Dear friends, Dada Sham, today we have gathered together to offer the love and homage of our hearts to revered Sadhu Vaswani. Who was he? He was verily an awakener of humanity, a saint, a sage, a rishi, a saint of modern India. He was a humanitarian, he was an educationist whose heart overflowed with love and compassion. He believed in the religion of reverence, reverence for all life. His love enfolded all without discrimination, discriminating between man and man or between man and all creation. He strongly believed that education without sympathy is dull and dry. The hard shell of commercialism has covered our true nature, and our hearts have become cold and rigid. He could foresee that cruelty and violence will soon be replaced with compassion and mercy. He said to us, the day is not afar when all killing will be regarded as a crime. He said to us, all life is sacred, and remember, birds and animals are our younger brothers and sisters in this one family of creation. He therefore advocated vegetarianism as a lifestyle and not merely as a dietary change. There was a time when vegetarian diet was regarded as nutritionally deficient. Research today has proved that not only is vegetarian diet nutritious, but it is safer, it is healthier, and it prevents a number of diseases, including clogging of arteries, various types of cancers, obesity, and gastrointestinal disorders. The list of diseases is endless. Many of you must have watched the documentary The Game Changers, which shares with us stories of athletes who have superseded their own records just by adapting a plant-based diet. Dr. Springman of the Oxford University has conducted a research, and he states that we can save over $1.1 trillion of global healthcare costs if we switch over to a plant-based diet. This vegetarian food, he says, is not only beneficial for the body, but it is easy on the wallet. Just for getting a momentary satisfaction of the palate, we are careless and we inflict so much abuse on the environment. The livestock industry, it is said, it contributes to environmental degradation. Factory farming is environmentally unsustainable. The production, the transportation, the packaging of all meat products, it produces emissions. If we love planet Earth, let us stop eating non-vegetarian food. And once we make the switch from a non-vegetarian to a vegetarian diet, there are so many advantages which we will all experience, not only in our health, but we will be saving the environment. By switching from a non-vegetarian to a vegetarian diet, we will reduce the carbon and greenhouse emissions. Do you all know that millions of pounds of antibiotics are added to the food that is fed to these animals so as to increase their growth rate? Even animal waste, it is so toxic and it can be transferred to human beings. It is also said that the amount of grain that is fed to the animals, if it is directly consumed by us, we will be able to feed twice the number of people. My dear friends, when we get a small cut, how much do we not wince about it? We immediately stretch our hands and we look out for a band-aid. Can we imagine the pain, the suffering, the trauma, the agony that this animal has to go through, the emotions of fear, of insecurity, of torture? And all these vibrations, they are transferred to us. My dear friends, these animals have the same life as we do. They feel the same pain as we do. They live in families just as we do. Isn't it not strange that we shower so much love on our pets and we do not hesitate to kill other animals for food? Our most beloved Dada always said to us that if we were asked to kill the animals and then eat their flesh, many of us would find that so gruesome that we would never ever think of having flesh diet. It is said if slaughterhouses and abattoirs had glass walls, people would be able to see how these animals are literally being tortured and how they are being dragged under the butcher's block. Many of us would never, never, never touch meat again. I recall a touching story from the life of Leo Tolstoy. He was a staunch vegetarian, and one day he hosted a huge party in his house. One of his guests, a lady, insisted on eating non-vegetarian food. When Leo Tolstoy led the lady to the dining table, the lady was taken aback. What did she see? On her chair, a chicken was tied, and she exclaimed, "What is this?" And Tolstoy said to her gently and calmly, "My conscience does not permit me to kill an animal for food. If you want to eat non-vegetarian food, it is you who have to undertake the killing." And it is said that the lady's heart was so touched that she gave up eating food of violence. My dear friends, I know many of you will ask, millions of people are eating non-vegetarian food. Scores of animals are being killed daily. What difference will it make if I give up eating non-vegetarian food, if I opt for a vegetarian lifestyle? Let me narrate to you a heart-touching incident from the life of our most beloved Dada. I was with him in Singapore and we were taking a walk by the ocean when Dada's eyes fell on a lady who had caught a couple of fish. The fish were gasping for breath. They were literally struggling. And beloved Dada, he goes up to the lady and he requests her, "Please, can you throw these fish back into the water?" And the lady says, "They are for my breakfast." And beloved Dada gently says to her, "My dear sister, they too love life, and the gift of life has been bestowed on them by God. We have no right to take away the right of a living creature, since we cannot give life to a dead creature." But this lady says, "Scores of other fish are being caught. What difference will it make?" And Dada, with tear-touched eyes, said to her, "I do not know what difference it will make to the scores of fish that are being caught daily, but I know that your one generous, your one compassionate act can give the gift of life to these two fishes." And the lady's eyes were touched with tears, and she immediately threw the fishes back into the water, and those two fishes received the priceless, the most treasured gift of life. My dear friends, you can make a difference. I can make a difference. Each one of us can make a difference. Beloved Dada always said to us that Every non-vegetarian on an average eats thousands of animals in one lifetime. If you give up this non-vegetarian food, you alone will be saving the lives of thousands of animals. Let us, friends, get together and observe the 25th of November as an International Meatless Day. Not only we, but let us urge our families, our friends, our colleagues, our neighborhood, everyone whom we come into contact. Let us go viral on the social media and spread this message and create an awareness that just for one day, observe this 25th of November as a meatless day, and you will be giving the gift of life to so many animals. Just one shift, just one change. Let us all make this ethical, this moral, this healthy, this environment-friendly choice today, and we will create a new world, a world of plenty and peace, a world of happiness and harmony. My friends, maybe our generation may go down in history as a generation that did not do enough to save the environment. But you who are the members of the current generation, you, the youth, the children, may you be remembered for reversing this damage that has been done. Therefore, let us start with this one step of observing the 25th of November as an International Meatless Day. I thank you, Dada Shah.